This is the one place that recognises what happened to these friends and what they and so many others have lost. There are 1,200 trees in this memorial, each representing a person given blood infected with HIV, now though most represent someone who's died.
I mean, I come here, I see my friend Gareth, Hayden, I see Caddy, I see Paul. I've lost them. I've lost them over the years, and I miss them so much now. I mean, we loved each other, you know, because we were blood brothers.
In 1985, Alan Burgess, a haemophiliac, was sent a letter that changed his life, informing him he tested positive for AIDS after a routine blood screening.
I was told by the haematologist, you must keep it quiet. The stigma was such in those days. Nobody really understood what AIDS was. All they knew that once you got it, you died. So people were frightened. I mean, it's not just changed my life, it changed my wife's life, changed my girl's life, because they got bullied at school, because they were school age then. People knew I was a haemophiliac, they started putting two and two together. It's a ripple effect, it just doesn't affect me. I may be infected, but I see affected.
What does it do to your own identity and how you feel about yourself?
You lose your identity because you become good at lying, right? Which you don't want to do.
We all had that isolation. That's what destroyed our lives. Living for decades, thinking you're on your own.
When Kevin was 12 years old, he had 2 wisdom teeth removed, a routine procedure that left him infected with hepatitis A, B and C in 1990.
It should never have happened. That's a death sentence for anyone. Yes, I'm alive now, but I know my life will be shortened by this. Every victim needs to be recognised. Everyone needs to be recognised. This should never have happened. This is not their fault. This is not, I picked up a flu. This is people injecting poison into their veins and then letting them die without justice or recognition.
That tree's not number 1, 2, 3. That's Gareth, Hayden,
Exactly.
Clark, Colin, Les.
Les was Sue's husband who had haemophilia, but a fear of needles made him reluctant to get treatment. Sue says she encouraged him to get a blood transfusion that infected him with HIV. He was diagnosed in 1985 and died 5 years later. This is the last picture of him with his children, taken on his son's 6th birthday.
We know for a fact that they knew at least 6 months to a year before that he'd been infected, before they told us. And when they told us then, we'd been trying for another baby. But it ruined our lives back then, and it ruined my life after because I couldn't cope with it. I let my children down because I couldn't cope with it.
Hearing all of you speak, guilt seems to be something you all feel.
Definitely. Feel it to the day I die.
I've always felt guilty. I've always felt guilty that I made him go to the hospital, and I will never forgive myself for that. Yeah, I'm fine, honestly, I'm fine.
6 years after it was launched, the public inquiry will end on Monday. Finally, some answers, but these friends say they'll never have justice.
I know I will never get over it. You'll never get over it. You will never get over it. All the family and friends of these trees will never, ever
For me, I'm
get
like
over
yourself,
it.
Alan. It'll be, when is it my time?
Exactly.
When's that clock finished ticking? And when is your life extinguished? We all know we've got shortened lives. We've definitely got shortened lives. And the government can't see that.
It's a scandal that's been hidden for 40 years, and many affected will not see the justice next week may bring. But those that are left say they're determined that the truth is finally heard for each and every one of them.
To all of you.
Sangeeta Lal, ITV News.